And now, an original TV Land presentation.
I can't stand gaiety.
It's always been here. It's always been queer.
I wonder if he's gay.
I had no idea.
If you're gay, you get it.
It's the bigger-than-life quality.
I have a lot of Blanche in me.
They have an outrageousness.
Gay people love that.
If you're straight, maybe not.
Gay.
Certain TV shows have always had a hint of homosexual humor,
Can one woman do that for another?
a queer point of view,
I'll go for the fair.
America would maybe not know that he was gay.
a same-sex sensibility.
We went with it.
I'll try anything once.
I was so hot for Rob.
Particular performers have always been out of the ordinary.
I told Carol one time, I said, "You're the best drag queen I know."
Confusion has always been comic. In the next hour, a look at how gay Americans have had their own way of watching and creating classic comedy.
You're a big Liz.
Television that leaves us tickled pink. Gays just hate to certain TV shows. Ambiguous orientations, supernatural situations, and camp celebrations all constitute queer comedy. But let's begin our look by focusing on the females who have made some sitcoms simply homo-sensational. Straight people have always had plenty of positive images on TV, but for gay Americans, it's been a different story.
You didn't see really any gay people on TV, or at least no one told you that that's what they were. So, you know, you'd feel kind of alone and isolated, like, why is no one like me on TV?
For, gays and lesbians, there was a occasional starvation.
So gays took solace in any independent woman daring to defy the rigid roles of the 50s and 60s.
They weren't Donna Reed, they weren't Beaver's mom, they were out there in the world.
Yet for all their sitcom struggles, these female figures were still stuck doing women's work until 1970, when one broke the roles and made it after all.
Mary moved to Minneapolis. She had a great job. She wasn't depending on any man.
She was doing that at a time where most people were getting married and having kids. And so it was kind of an inspiration.
Gay people see that and are drawn to that because no matter the fight, she's following a dream, what she believes in.
Mary opened the door for more sitcoms starring women, and in walked Maude.
Bea Arthur was this tough, outspoken woman that we'd never, ever seen on television before.
Do you approve of homosexuals?
Arthur, it doesn't matter whether I approve or I disapprove. They are human beings. They exist. Asking me if I approve of dwarfs.
Well, that's different. There's no such thing as gay dwarfs.
Come on, Arthur, you've read Snow White. Little men living together like that wake up and smell the coffee.
I think gay men were drawn to Bea Arthur because she was a man. I mean, she was so more masculine than, gosh, most men I know. She's just this big tank of a woman coming through there.
That role sort of canonized her with the gay community.
If Maude made Bea a saint, the Golden Girls turned her into a gay man's god. From the beginning, the series had a gay sensibility, personified by a character named Coco.
Tea, Sophia.
Coco was to be the gay cook. That was the idea. But
They got rid of him after the pilot and transferred what they viewed as a traditionally bitchy, gay, stereotypical character over to women.
The result was gay nirvana.
Blanche, I'm going to make this up to you.
I said, just forget it, Rose.
No, I've already decided. For 1 week, I am going to be your personal vegan.
Can one woman do that for another?
Only if they're the same height.
It's that humor that like went right over your choppy bob in the 80s, and now you're really like getting it.
It's the bigger-than-life quality that, gay men relate.
When I was 16, I discovered I had a talent, too. The talent to drive men crazy with a body that many said should have come with a warning label. Blanche saw sex as a very natural part of life that was not to be denied nor was anything to be ashamed of.
Sexuality does not dry up, that, even as you get into your 50s and 60s, you remain a sexual being.
Golden Girls is sort of like exactly what I think most gay people probably think they're going to be in, the situation they'll be in, in their elder years, living with their friends.
You place a great deal of importance, sometimes not on the family you're born into, family you find.
1 year after the Golden Girls premiered in 1985, another show featuring a female family began to lure in legions of gay men.
It's just the spin of the old genetic wheel. I think I have been amply compensated.
What does that mean?
It means Suzanne got the boobs and she brains.
I don't think I like the turn this conversation has taken.
The characters on Designing Women were so well written, I don't think we had to do a lot. They have an outrageousness that resonated with the gay community.
Few characters were more outrageous than Suzanne Sugarbaker.
I have the name of the best man in Atlanta right here. He did B.B. Benson, and no one at the Miss Georgia pageant even knew till I turned her in.
Delta Burke as Suzanne Sugarbaker is one of the funniest characters I've ever seen in my life. She made me laugh out loud constantly.
She's kind of racist and horrible and annoying and self-centered, and we love her anyway.
And here we have Suzanne Sugarbaker, representing the Sugarbaker design firm and modeling the new look in après ski wear.
50 living creatures died for that coat!
Want to make it 51?
There's a kind of humor that gay men respond to. It's the way you protect yourself. It's language as a weapon, and most gay kids growing up, they do not fight with their fists, they fight with their words.
By that measure, no one was a better fighter than Roseanne.
I think what gay audiences saw in Roseanne was a strong woman who was not afraid to be who she was. That kind of character is a parallel to gay experience.
Coarse, crass, and hilarious, Roseanne reinvented the sitcom family.
Roseanne is somebody who cares about changing society's, limited views, and she was a powerful presence on TV, and she could afford to take chances. And when I started off on the show, we were like, well, what can we do with the character? And I just said, oh, well, we make her like bisexual or gay, and Roseanne, that's great, and then we just did it.
Marla, Roseanne, Jackie, the mom, Bev. This is Marla. I just brought her in my new enterprise. Wait, I know you. Didn't you sell me moisturizer the other day at Rod Bell's?
That's exactly how we met.
Yeah, but Nancy got the free gift. It was only available to certain customers.
And customers satisfied.
You gotta love that there are two women joking about having sex with each other on network TV.
Any jokes on Roseanne more than met their match in the bawdy humor of Sex and the City, another series that put female friendship first.
That generation is all about sexual experiment. All the kids are going bi.
So what, if all the bi kids are jumping off a bridge, you gonna do that too?
I'm a trisexual. I'll try anything once.
I'm not even sure bisexuality exists. I think it's just a layover on the way to Gay Town.
Isn't that right next to Ricky Martinville?
Sex and the City is Golden Girls, except with martinis instead of...
Today, with leads on Will and Grace, Queer as Folk, and Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, one might think the gay male identification with strong females is on the way out. But the popularity of a certain character on Will and Grace suggests otherwise.
Look what the cat cleaned up, showered, exfoliated, powdered lipstick, Gucci'd.
My favorite character on Will and Grace is Karen.
She always has couture on. She's sassy, she's snippy, she's snide, she says what she's thinking, she has no filter.
Ah, Smitty. Why is there so much pain in the world? So much cruelty. Can you tell me that, Smitty?
My name is not Smitty.
I don't need your life story, nose hair. Just fill her up.
It's a fantasy. You can't really behave that way, or you'd be, in a bloody pulp in the gutter somewhere.
Miss Karen, they were out of Grey Goose, so I got you extra stoli.
She's over the top. She's bigger than life.
I'm turning the fridge into a mini bar. What'd you bring me, Rosiola?
Oh, all your boys are here. Johnny Walker, Jim Beam, Jose Cuervo, and the two Glens, Livet and...
I think I'm gonna give the boys a shimmy. Woo! Oh,
love sort of a boozing, pill-popping, insane caricature of womanhood.
Which just goes to show,
for as many Will Jacks and as many queer as folks as there can be on TV, there will always be a need for these powerful women.
There will always be a place in our hearts for the divas, because, you know, they're fabulous.
How do I look?
coming up next.
It didn't matter what you put on her. Sharon could wear almost anything.
When TickledPink returns.